Good morning. I've been thinking about doing this channel for some time, and I saw this morning, 31 days of Proverbs, and I thought it was a good kickoff to my new channel, A Faithful Life. So welcome, and I want to enter the challenge for the 31-day Proverbs, and I thought I would share it. So this is a practice that I do usually. My household, my family, my husband usually reads a Proverbs a day. So I thought this was great, and we're just reading it again. We try to read it every month, and we try to see what stuck out to us from the Proverbs. So I thought I wanted to put in a next little spin to it that we could possibly share what it is that really stuck out to us this time around, because each time something else jumps out at you when you read the Proverbs. So at Proverbs 1, I'm 1 day late because I just saw the challenge, so I'm going to actually do 2 of these videos, and the next video I'll do Proverbs 2. To me, what stuck out this time around was who Solomon was. The very first line that says Solomon, the son of David, king of Israel. And when I remember who Solomon came from, I better understand some of the Proverbs that he's saying. Solomon was the son of Bathsheba, who David took from Uriah. He killed Uriah he liked Bathsheba. He saw her bathing in the pool, and he took his wife. He got her pregnant. The first baby died. He sent the message, got Uriah killed in the heat of battle, and when he married her, because she was a widow at that point, here comes Solomon. And so Solomon has a different take. When I look at the psychology of where he's coming from, not just spouting wise words, this is what he would have seen in his life, things that he would have experienced in his life. And David also was, David was a warrior. David was a man of the Most High. So there's a lot of things involved just in the first line to see how it is now, his perspective of what he's saying. Because a lot of things, the Proverbs is his perspective on wisdom. And so that first jumped out at me. So I'm not going to go over the entire thing because everybody's doing their challenge today. But I'm just going to go over a few things. He says to know wisdom and instruction, to perceive the words of understanding. And that's what he asked for. Most High said, you didn't ask for riches, you didn't ask for long life, but because you asked for this thing, I will give you all these things. And he asked for wisdom. And what jumps out at me for my personal self is that when I read this, he says it's so that we can receive instruction and know wisdom for justice, judgment, and equity. Because we seem to think, we always say, my daughter said the other day, that's not fair, mommy. And I'm like, okay, fair is based on a standard. And that's what judgment is. Judgment and justice has to do with a standard, not just because I think it's not fair, then it's not fair. It's on or based on a standard, and the number one question is, who sets the standard? So we believe in the scripture, we believe in what's being said. Solomon, or we like to call him Shlomo, is basically telling us that there is a standard. And for me, one more for me, and you can pick out what jumped out for you for the day. But for me, for the day, I just had a deeper thought about who Solomon really was and why he's saying the things that he's saying and the perspective that he's coming from. And when I read this, I know sometimes we read, there's so many, each proverb has it's so deep that sometimes we tend to read it all and we can't absorb it all, because this is it's not even a 3-course meal, it's like a 50-course meal, depending on how many what do you call it here, how many verses there are in the Proverbs. It's so deep that you can go any direction with it. However, he's talking to his son. That's why he keeps saying, my son, if sinners entice you. He's actually talking to someone. He's talking to his progeny, and we're receiving it as a father instructing a son, as a mother instructing a daughter. So basically, this one I got out is that don't keep company, don't keep bad company. It's the most of what I got out of today's Proverbs. Be careful the company you keep. Don't keep company with people who have evil and their minds are set on things not good. If they're always gossiping, if they're always into other things that is not productive, that's not positive, to basically stay away from them, because they will get you in trouble. And that also is a lesson that my grandmother always says in the proverbial patois Jamaican tongue, friend and company will lead you astray. And basically that's what Solomon here is saying. And that is my little gem jewel for the day. So I guess we'll call these proverb gem jewels for the day. And thank you for listening, and I'll see you again. Be sure to subscribe to my new channel, from my extension channel. You can check it out at the link. But this is my new channel, A Faithful Life. Tell me how you like it. Comment, share, and contribute. Thank you and have a blessed day. Shalom.